Now, the first thing that we have to do in order to use this platform is we need to hop over to ChatGPT. This is going to help us create very descriptive prompts for our websites and apps. So let's hop on over here to ChatGPT. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get the AI familiar with Lovable. I want to make a website using Lovable. Can you please help me create a descriptive and detailed prompt to make a web design agency website? So let's go ahead and generate this prompt. All right, so here we have our prompt now. So notice here how our prompt is very descriptive, right? We have an introduction that explains like what we want. We have the color theme, the font style, design style, the homepage features. We have the pages to include, the features, and then we have a few other options, right? Now you can always adjust this to fit whatever company culture you're trying to adjust. Also, what I love about ChatGPT is here at the bottom, you can actually change specific like styles, right? So maybe you want like a retro or a minimalist style or a corporate style. You can always ask it to create different variations and then feed that to the AI. But what we can do here is we're just gonna take this and we're going to now paste this into Lovable. All right, so back over here, I'm now gonna paste this entire prompt into Lovable right here, okay? And then I'll go ahead and generate this prompt. Now this might take anywhere between like a few minutes, but since we're on YouTube, it's gonna take 1 second. And bam, just like that, we have a brand new AI generated website. And as you can tell, this is a very stylish looking website. We have a nice looking landing page. We have 2 call to action buttons. We have some little abstract design in the background, and we have some upsells right here. If we scroll down, we have our services section where we can hover over it, and this animation, you know, it highlights the section. Scrolling down, we have this, our process section, right? We have a portfolio section where we can actually filter portfolios. How about that, right? Now also here, if you look at it, there's a view project button and nothing happens. I'll talk more about what we can do about that in just a bit. But scrolling down, we have this call to action section, a testimonial section, and then at the bottom here, we have a contact form with our contact information. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll up here. Now, obviously this website out of the box is not doable, right? Now we can actually make changes and edits to all parts of the website using the new Lovable editor. There was a recent update that now allows us to change different parts of the website, specifically using AI. Here at the bottom left, you're gonna see this edit button. I'll click on this edits. Now this allows us to basically edit every part of our website. So for example, here we have this get a free quote, right? I'm gonna click on this button here, and then you're gonna see a few commands. You have ask for quick changes. We also have this text where we can adjust the contents. We can change the margin and padding for this specific button. And also we can change the font size, the color, the background, and more advanced options right here. But let's just keep this very basic, right? So I'm gonna ask it to change the background color. So change the background color to a gradient purple, okay? So I'm asking it to change the background to a gradient purple, and bam, it changed it to a gradient purple. Now also notice how it changed all buttons. So maybe I need to be very descriptive there and just tell the AI only for this button, okay? So now we know. So now let's say, for instance, here at the top, there's too much, this is too close to the menu, right? So it looks sandwiched in. So let's go ahead and go back to our editor here. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna click on this background right here, and I'm gonna add margin, right? So over here under edit spacing, for the margin, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some margin. So over here, so I'll add maybe like 50 pixels of margin, okay? And once I do that, I'll click on save. And there we go. So now you'll see that we have margin up here. So we have space, so it's not so like crunched together, right? So let's go ahead now and scroll down on our websites. All right, just keep scrolling. Now here we have this portfolio section. Now notice here, if I try to click on this button, like nothing happens, right? So what we can do here is we can actually instruct the AI to do something when a user clicks on these buttons. Now I'm gonna take this out of editor mode, right? And now we're gonna go over here to Lovable. So let's go ahead and take a look at this section. So this is the Our Portfolio section. Now, again, you wanna be very descriptive because we do have a portfolio page. So you wanna say Our Portfolio on the home page, okay? So in the Our Portfolio section on the home page, the view buttons don't work. Can you create pop-ups when clicked with more information about the portfolio? So essentially what I'm saying here is when someone clicks on the view project, I want something to like pop up and like give the user more information about the specific project. Okay, so the prompt is done, and now you'll see that it fixed the portfolio button. So I'll go ahead and click on View Project, and now we have this really nice pop-up, right? So we have project overview, the challenge, our solution, technologies, and all this project details. So if something on your website is not working, just simply instruct the AI to just fix it, and they'll usually just fix it for you. So scrolling down here, let's take a look at one more use case example. Now, I don't really want this call to action, right? Now, this is really simple. So to delete a section, all you got to do is click on edits. And then right here, we'll just go ahead and click on this section and just click on the delete section. That's it, delete elements, and then just delete it and you're done, right? That's that simple. Now, whenever you do this, make sure to always save it here at the bottom. So when using the editor, you must save it in order to get the changes that you want. And we'll keep scrolling down, and all in all, everything else looks fantastic. Now, let's say for instance that you deleted that section, but you want it back, right? At the top right here, you'll have this history button. And what's great about this platform is that it's very similar to Elementor. So you can actually go back into the history and just go back to any time you're editing your website. So every time you update something, it saves it and then it republishes the next step, right? But you can always go back into the history to any of these revised versions. And as you can tell, these platforms are getting better and better. I remember like 1 year ago, I was like, oh, these platforms kind of suck. And a year later, like now they're getting better. And I think 2 years from now, these are definitely going to be the future.